Today on Let's Fish TV, y'all are joining me in some of my favorite waters, the Mobile Tensas Delta and Upper Mobile Bay. We're going to be targeting redfish and flounder. You never know what we might catch outside of that. A lot of opportunities, bass, drum, sheephead, jacks, a lot of opportunities. It's a great place to fish. It's beautiful scenery, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now.
That's a big one right there.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southwest region every week.
You ever caught a fish that big?
No!
Got it.
Night of the day. There you go. Another redfish. Got him. Now, that's what Let's Fish TV is all about right there, guys.
Hey y'all, welcome to Let's Fish TV. I'm Captain Patrick Garmison, and y'all are joining me today in my backyard, Mobile Tensas Delta, Upper Mobile Bay. We're gonna be throwing some soft plastics, looking for some fun fish to catch. A lot of the action right now is flounder and redfish, so I anticipate us finding some of those guys. We'll have this week's fishing reports from your local region from our insider reporters. All right, I'm gonna get this boat launched, get set up. While we're doing that, let's start back at the studio to get this week's weekend planner.
Hi everybody, don't forget to change those clocks this weekend as daylight savings ends. Our charts show fair game fish activities on both days this weekend. Peak daytime hours begin around midday at 1:19 on Saturday and 1:13 on Sunday afternoon. The best nighttime fishing will begin around 12:50 Saturday and 1:44 on Sunday evening. Depending on your location, the sun will rise around 7:48 and set around 6:36 and have a new moon. Join Let's Fish TV on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to stay up to date with our latest fishing adventures and tips.
We're out here on the Mobile Tensas Delta, Lower Alabama. Mobile Tensas Delta is basically where all of the rivers converge right here on the northern end of Mobile Bay. Great ecosystem. We have a lot of opportunities to catch fish, ranging from flounder on the bottom all the way up to big jacks on the top. So y'all stick around, let's see what we can catch. Oh, that's a good one right there, boys. Here we are along the Alabama coast. Finally brought y'all to some of my favorite fishing waters, the Mobile Tensas Delta. We're not quite in the Delta right now. We're in what the locals would call the causeway. Man, this thing has got some power to them. So, just working some grass lines here, and I was throwing a soft plastic. I had pitched it up there by the grass, and he thumped it. And this thing has got some energy to him. So this time of year, really anything kind of late summer headed into the fall and well into the winter, the Mobile Tensas Delta is a fantastic place to come fishing, especially for redfish. And I feel pretty certain by the way this thing's pulling drag, that's what we're up against right here, is a nice redfish. And this is when the redfish are around, you have options to catch them on artificial bait, live bait, dead bait even. They're pretty opportunistic feeders. But this is the time of the year when they're really starting to feed up on finfish type baits. And a lot of those bait fish are finger mullet this time of the year. Finger mullet and what we call pogies or menhaden. So a lot of times if you can imitate that type of bait fish, you're gonna have a really good opportunity at getting some of these redfish to bite. This thing is an absolute beast of a redfish. I was not expecting this guy. I was looking for more of the slot size redfish, but I always enjoy a nice big red. And I just saw, while I'm fighting this one, I just saw a nice big blow up here back behind us. Let me step down here and grab the net. Here we go, come on. Nice. Whew, I'll tell you what, that'll get your blood pumping right there first thing in the morning. Look at that beauty. Got that Strike King jig head. I'll tell you what, the one thing you gotta be careful of when you know you're gonna be around some redfish is having you a nice strong hook on your jig head. So no matter what brand you choose, make sure it's one that has a really strong hook and it's not gonna bend out whenever you hook one of these bruisers. Look at that big fella right there. Nice, thick, fat from one end to the other redfish. Hey y'all, let's get this thing back in the water and we'll tell you a little bit more about what we're doing today. Brought y'all up here to one of my favorite places in the whole world. It's the Mobile Tensas Delta. This is just a breeding ground for bait fish and big game fish like redfish like that one that we just saw. This really starts to happen here. You have shrimp here. We actually saw a shrimp jump out of the water while the fish was coming in. Pogies, mullet, you name it, there's all types of bait fish, and our big fish like these redfish move in here. So a lot of them actually grow up here from the time they're actually hatched out of the egg all the way until they get bull size like that before they move out offshore and start into their spawning habits. We get a lot of speckled trout, but we get a variety of fish out here today. I'm glad y'all joined us this week, and let's go see what we can catch.
Hi everybody and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you once again by the good folks at Skeleton Optics. Lens clarity really matters in a pair of fishing sunglasses, and with Zeiss's world-renowned lenses, Skeletons features the best clarity in the business. Now this week we're going to start on Lake Nakonish and we're going to go bass fishing. I'm going to go up either arm about 2/3 of the way and look for the laydown timber, lily pads, and any grasses that might be emerging. I'm going to start the morning with a frog. We've got a great fall topwater bite right now. We've also got shad spawns going on across the state, so I'm going to stay shallow after that frog bite, and I'm going to throw things like a yum dinger. I'm going to throw a spinner bait. I might even throw something like a chatterbait, but the gravy, the juice, is going to be flipping and pitching either Texas rig creatures or jig and pig in all of that laydown timber. There's a zillion bass in there. You just got to go in one at a time and pick them out. Now over at Lake of the Pines, the crappie are on the main lake points and the bridges. Those are the two easiest places to find them. You're going to use your crappie jigs and your minnow rigs to catch them. If you're going the route of the main lake points, scan the point, look for brush. No brush, you're probably not going to find crappie. The good news, locals plant a lot of brush on Lake of the Pines, so just keep hitting points until you find that brush and you'll find those LOP crappie. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes. Check us out on Facebook, Lone Star Lake.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lose, Feel the Difference, Strike King, Tie One On, and by Glacier Outdoors since 1982.
Oh, there he is. Shoo, he smoked it. That guy. There's a flounder, I think, yep. That's one of our target species. Nice flounder. Here we go, here we go. Come on in the boat. Sweet. Welcome back. Got us a fine specimen right here on the Mobile Tensalt Delta. Showing y'all a little bit about what you can find up here, especially this time of the year once you're starting to get into the summer and headed into the fall. He likes it so much, he does not want to let it go. There we go. Strike King paddle tail. Nice flounder right there. I'm not going to keep any fish today. We're just out here showing y'all a little bit about what the Mobile Tensalt Delta has to offer. We're using the Strike King flood minnow, and also something else I like to do is add a little bit of scent to it. This is just something to where when that flounder grabs it, he has some kind of flavor there to let them know that it may be real. So that's the setup. I'm using a 1/4 ounce jig head, that flood minnow, and just keeping it right there on the bottom. And the interesting thing about the name of this lure being a flood minnow is there is actually a type of minnow called a flood minnow, and they live in this marsh, like all along here, all along these rivers. And when the water gets up high, those flood minnows will come out, and it becomes easy prey for fish types like flounder and redfish, and I'm sure bass and other things as well. So let's get back after it, see if we can get us another one.
What's up, guys? Captain Taylor Burrell here with Wave Gentle Charters for this week's fishing report. Man, the bull red bite has just turned on, and it was super solid this morning. We've probably had 20, 25 in an hour. We moved over to the rocks. We caught some slot reds, some puppy drum, and a big old Florida pompano. There's a few trout being caught up in the bays as well, a lot of slot reds. Flounder are just about starting to move in. We'll probably need one more front to get them rolling really good. Go a little bit further offshore. In our state water fishing, our snapper bite has been really, really good. A couple fish up to 8, 9 pounds. Further offshore, amberjack bite has been hot. If you can get out there, the wind this time of year can be a real finicky devil. Catching a lot of beeliners as well, some tunas, black fins and yellow fins. A couple groupers being caught as well. Now remember, guys, if you want to go fishing down here in Galveston, Texas, give us a call. Thanks.
Got him. Flounder. Man, I felt the thump, and then I just felt weight, and that's usually the case of when you got you a flounder. Not a big one, but a target species. Swapped over, give them a little different look over here. Come on, let it go. He likes it so much, he doesn't want to turn it loose. There we go. Got us another little flounder up here in the Mobile Tensalt Delta. Pretty much what we've been doing up here is really just working a lot of submerged vegetation. I've been swapping back and forth on soft plastic types, paddle tail to a straight tail, and we're both of them are proving some success. We haven't really haven't figured out an exact pattern that anything's really on yet, so it's just kind of beating up the banks, just bouncing from a little bit deeper grass to shallower grass to calm banks like this leeward bank here, or we're going to the windward side. Oh, there he is. Shoo, he smoked it. That guy, I started cranking it in to get another cast, and a really nice slot red just smoked me right here at the boat. I was beginning to wonder if I was doing the right thing. There we go. Sweet. Look at that pretty fella. Really nice, bright orange fins. That's what a lot of times when you catch them around this submerged vegetation, that's where they're gonna be. Or that's the color they're gonna be. They're gonna be really bright orange like that. Caught that guy on the flood minnow with the chartreuse redfish magic jig head there. We have been kind of beating the banks up, working this vegetation up here in the Mobile Tensal Delta. I'm going to go ahead and let this guy go. One of many species. So it's been it's pretty typical for late summer, early fall for Mobile Tensal Delta. You've got salt water that's pushed up into the rivers. So you're getting a nice mix, true brackish conditions where you have salinity that may jump up in the ways of about 18 parts per thousand, drop down to probably 4 or 5 parts per thousand. Plenty enough salt for any of these redfish, flounder, even speckled trout to survive in. And just great opportunities. Come up here, make long drifts in the river, catch you some redfish, catch you some flounder, maybe take something home for dinner. But hey, let's see if we can get us another one.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach Tourism. Let's fish on Alabama's beaches. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS anchor, powered by Passion.
Not sure what I have yet. Might be another flounder. Oh, it's... All right, so right now we're out here drifting with the wind, with the current, and just covering a lot of water. This is a great tactic you can use. All you really need is a trolling motor. Doesn't even have to be a GPS guided trolling motor. If you just had a hand control or foot controlled trolling motor. Making long drifts down these grass lines. I'm right now just more or less throwing a paddle tail on a jig head. Man, you could probably pick out your favorite bass swim bait. Redfish will eat just about anything that a bass will. So really essentially what we're doing is just bass fishing, and we're catching redfish and we're catching flounder, and these tactics will hold up well into the fall. There's a fish. Not sure what I have yet. Might be another flounder. Oh, it's a little redfish. Nice redfish. Here we go. Scrappy fella. Here we go. All right, here we go. Been moving around a little bit. Here we go, we switched the baits up, went to a little bit smaller profile, stayed in that 1/4 ounce range, been bouncing between 1/4 and 3/8 ounce. There's a nice, fat, chunky redfish right there. Caught it in the upper Mobile Bay, lower Mobile Tensal Delta up here in southwest Alabama. I don't know what I get. Oh, got me another flounder. Here we go. Oh, nice. All right, I have put in some work today. Stop a boat with the motor guide. Got us a nice little flounder right there. Swimming this, this is called a slick, or a little slick, by Pure Flats Fishing. Good friend of mine, Greg Sample, owns that company. him and Scott Corley. Simple bait, kind of eel-like or something, but I was just working that guy, just hop, keeping it pretty close to the bottom. But there you go, folks. Nice Alabama flounder. About a 17, 18 incher there. Really good, make for somebody a good meal if they were eating some flounder. Y'all need to think about coming down here and visiting me and my friends and family down here around Southwest Alabama. We've got a beautiful setup down here. Mobile Bay, 26, 28 miles to the south of me. We've got plenty of fishing waters all through Mobile Bay. And then once you get up here into this upper Mobile Bay, lower Tensas Delta, presents all sort of fishing opportunities. Redfish, flounder, jacks, bass, drum, speckled trout move in here, sheephead. So many different opportunities for fish to catch. You can take just about any type of weather pattern and find somewhere in our area where you can go fishing, regardless of how hard the wind's blowing or raining or just have rain, whatever. So plenty of opportunities. Y'all come down here and join me sometime.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pull, total boat control. Balls Out, made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely On, challenge your limits. Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Hey y'all, let's talk a little bit about tackle today. The lures that made our trip a success, as well as the rod and reel combos and line and everything. This is the Strike King Flood Minnow on the Strike King jig head. This is a 1/4 ounce jig head. We found that throwing a 1/4 ounce and a 3/8 ounce worked perfectly for us today. Fishing areas that were anywhere from say 2.5 feet down to about 6 or 8 feet of water. And that little profile minnow bait was really successful for us. We changed this with different colors. This is the purple. We threw one that was just straight pearl white, had some success with that one. The Lew's Signature Series rod in a medium heavy 7'3" has been something that I've been really enjoying throwing in inshore waters. It's got plenty of backbone to horse in a redfish of any size, yet sensitive enough and enough flex there on the tip to where you're not going to rip the hook right out of a speckled trout's mouth. I hope some of these tips will help y'all catch a few more fish on the water, and until next time, we'll see you on the water.